Hi, I'm here to tell you about important new government cybersecurity guidance. Although this guidance is intended for healthcare organizations, I feel that it's applicable to anyone wishing to improve their security posture. My name is Bill Osolinski. I am a certified information systems security professional with 30 years experience managing IT systems. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office for Civil Rights released a new recognized security practices video on October 31st, 2022. The purpose of this presentation is to summarize the contents of that video. The video made three major points. The first of which is what are recommended security practices? The first was the National Institute of Standards and Technology's Cybersecurity Framework. A framework is a list of components that go into making a cybersecurity plan. And the framework can apply to any organization, including healthcare. The other one they mentioned was the Health Industry Cybersecurity Practices, HICP, which is part of the Cybersecurity Act of 2015. They will also recognize other programs that address cybersecurity which are recognized by statute or regulation. The second major point is the recommended security practices must be in place for 12 months for an organization to be considered protected. That means they must be actively and consistently in use, not just documented, and implemented on all systems, not just a select one or two. The third major point, and one that I consider the most significant, is what are the methods of providing evidence? Now, this would typically apply to a data breach, but it also, I feel that this would apply to any type of claim made to a cyber risk policy, as the insurance companies tend to follow government regulations. So let's take a look at what they came up with. The first is policies and procedures. Any good security program begins with a policy. Implementation and project plans. These, especially if it's a substantial project, there should be detailed plans on what is exactly going to be done. Diagrams and narrative detail. Again, with larger implementations, it is common to have diagrams and narrative detail of exactly what you're doing. Another thing would be training materials. Also important that you document that people actually read them. Next is my favorite, application screenshots and reports. I feel that these have always been a great way to demonstrate that your security controls are in place and operating properly. Next, vendor contracts and statements of work, if you're outsourcing your security. And lastly, it's important to remember that everything is dated to support when things were implemented. Here are some links to documents referenced in this presentation. The 2021 High-Tech Amendment, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, and the list of health industry cybersecurity practices. Thank you.